Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. He Brown Baby Live coming back at you with these Backyard Chronicles again. So tell a friend to tell a friend. He Brown Baby Loud is back with these Backyard Chronicles again, saying what you would love to say. You're just too PC to say it. All right, man. Up early this morning, running around doing housework, getting my affairs in order for the Shabbat comes in. But I want to share this quick video with y'all because this came across my timeline. Apparently, Lonnie Love has become the spokesman for Black people's relationships. She says that you black men just don't know how to be faithful in relationships. Um, but without further ado, let's watch the video and then let's unload what Lonnie Love is saying about you black men.
I don't speak for the black community, but I do think that a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way.
Lonnie Love is saying things.
And that is something we need to work on. We need to work on that
together.
money and power does not mean that you can just do whatever
I think
you want to
sadly
do.
in so many cultures that is the whole machismo thing. Like that goes across the board. But I'm gonna
No,
say
it's not across the board because what is happening is that we are still dealing with the point of slavery. And we are descendants of slavery. And because our families were broken up, we still do not have an idea of how to have together families because our families were broken up.
yes,
Okay, so let's jump into this here, man, and chop this up real quick. Um, but you know what it is, man. Backyard Chronicles, man. If you have not liked and subscribed yet, like and subscribe to the channel, man, because this is what we do. We pull up this type of stuff here and we rap about it from religion to social issues to whatever. We don't do politics too much, but we just kick it. But like and subscribe to the channel, man, if you haven't already. But anyway, there's four things that I want to touch on. Well, five. First, my first thing is this. Understand, once again, and I have to keep emphasizing this. There's a difference between a black person and a Hebrew. It's a difference between black people and Hebrews. Hebrews is a nationality. We identify with our nationality, our culture, and our heritage. This is what we identify with. You guys are black. So she's talking to you black men. She's not talking to us Hebrews, but I love to kind of poke at y'all when stuff like this comes across my timeline. It's low hanging fruit, and I just love getting at it. Four things about what Lonnie Love said. First thing she said was that black men, she doesn't speak for black people, but then she goes on to start speaking for black people. Um, which is just retarded in and of itself. But she doesn't speak for black people, but she went on to start speaking about black relationships. And then the first thing she dives into is about money, men with money and power. So she's not talking about you broke blacks. She's talking about not you average working class blacks. So y'all faithful. She's talking about the ones with power and money. So these are the ones she must be targeting. These are the ones that only appeal to her. So she doesn't want an everyday working Joe who's going to be faithful to her. Her standards are way up here. So she wants a guy with money and power. So if having money and power is synonymous with cheating, okay, have at it. You can't change it. You just said that they don't know how to be faithful in relationships, which is, I don't know. That whole statement just blew my mind right there, right? So that's goofy. But she goes on to say, and I want to jump over the thing that I was going to point at. I want to jump over that and go to the whole slavery thing. When y'all gonna let that go, man? I'm so tired of slavery being the reason that y'all are suffering and doing this and doing that. I know as a Hebrew why you're going through what you're going through, but you don't want to hear that. So what I'm going to do is say, man, stop using excuses for everything. Your relationships are failing because of slavery. You can't get a job and you sit around poor and broke smoking weed all day because of slavery. Slavery is just the go-to for y'all in every instance. That's the first thing y'all run to. See, slavery is because of slavery, boss. No, man. it blows my mind that every time something y'all can't get something right, it's always about slavery or institutional racism or this, not really. Oh God, I'm tired, man. But I digress on that point. Now, this is the one that I love the most. How she ran. I mean, now you see when the little Hispanic, I think she's Hispanic or whatever she is. Um, she said the little Hispanic or whatever. My wife said she's Hispanic. I don't know, but how the Hispanic lady started pointing out that no, this is something that's across the board. It's the whole machismo, and this is across the board. This is all nationality. Man, did you see how fast Lonnie Love defended every other nationality of people, but continued to kick Negroes in their nuts? Boy, I'll tell you, niggas. Well, I'm talking about she kept putting her heel to the back of her head and slamming it in y'all testicles every time. I'm talking about she went to bat quick. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not across the board. It's here. It's right here. It's just here. Now she's speaking for every other nationality. Boy, listen, when I say she went at that quick, she defended every other nation of people and turned the spotlight right back to blacks. It's y'all. It's an issue with y'all because slavery got you to this point. Now I'm going to back up again because here's what I don't understand about y'all culture, the black culture. This is what you continue to throw up in your man's face. Everywhere the man goes, everywhere the black man goes, this is promoted. Promiscuity, sexuality. This is promoted. Porn. It's promoted. This is pushed in the black man's face every day, everywhere he goes. So let me ask you this, Lonnie Love, because y'all support this. This is individuality. They're expressing themselves just because they dress like that don't mean they. Come on, man. This is pushed, and I'm gonna back it up again. This is pushed in the black man's face every day in our communities. Every day. So how long do you think you can continue to push this into the face of a man and he's not going to react to it eventually? Eventually, if it's pushed towards him long enough, he's going to react to it. What you do? You. So here's the thing. Your culture is so contradictory. You promote sexuality. You promote individuality and expression and doing that. But then at the same time, you keep pushing this in the face of a man and you want him to somehow show restraint. Come on, man. I don't culturally, y'all are lost, man. Y'all are, and listen, when I say that your culture is a huge oxymoron, it's a huge oxymoron. It's like saying little big guy. Look at that big old little dude. It's a contradiction. It's an oxymoron. Because on one hand, you want to say, look at how she's dressing and she's expressing herself. She's beautiful. And you keep pushing this in a man's face. And you keep pushing this in a man's face. And you think he's supposed to remain strong. And then you want to go and talk about how individuals will not be monogamous. Because it's everywhere. You promote sexuality. You promote promiscuity in your communities. You promote sexuality. You promote promiscuity. You promote sexuality, you promote all this, but you want your man to be faithful. Oh, I'm so glad to be a Hebrew. Hey man, I just want to drop that on y'all this morning, man. I just want to share that and just get your day going with this thing, man. I love it. You know what it is, man. Abraham Ben Bilal, man, Backyard Chronicles. Giving wisdom to the wise, and if you do not have an opinion about what Lonnie Love said, I just gave you one. Hey man, shalom. For those who are observing the Sabbath today, Shabbat Shalom. Have a great day to everybody else.